Okay, welcome to lesson 73, simple interest. And simple interest is very important for knowing about. This deals with bank loans and car loans and most loans. So this is very valuable for all ages, not just students of school age. So our objective, our vocabulary, and really all interest is dealing with percentages. So simple interest. Interest equals principal times rate times time. Okay, so let's look at our first example. Interest. We're going to fill in the formula. Interest equals principal times rate times time. Now be careful. This time is in years. So be careful about your time. So annual, meaning years. So your time is going to dictate. So we're just going to take 800, times it by 8%, times it by 9 months. But be careful, this 9 months is not years. So how do you turn months into years? Well, you divide it by 12. 12 months is 1 year. So make sure you convert your numbers to years. And so changing these to decimals, we get 800 times 0.08 or 8 over 100. And 9 over 12 reduces down to 3 over 4 if you do your reduction. And we know that 3/4 is 75.75. So now multiplying these numbers, the principal times your rate as a decimal and your time in years gives us 40. Oh, let me go back to a pencil. Gives us $48. And so this is the interest collected. The total amount you would owe would be the principal plus the interest, and you would wind up owing $848. And that's how simple interest works. Okay, let's look at example 2. 200 borrowed for 2 years, $24 in interest. All right, so now example 2. Find the annual interest rate. The annual interest rate means years. Our time is in years, so we're ready to go. So interest equals principal times rate times time. And what do we have? 200 borrowed is our principal. So under the P, we're going to put 200. 2 years is our time. Times, I'm going to put the 2 out here, and $24 in interest. So what is our rate? Well, we're going to just put an R in here for rate. We don't have it. So what do? 24, multiply the numbers that you do have. 200 times 2 becomes 400 times R. And now this looks very similar to some of the percentage problems we were working on. And we'll continue this one on the next page. So we had 24 equals 400 times R, which was our rate. We're going to divide both sides by 400. 24 divided by 400 gives us 0.06. But this is a decimal and not a percent. So now we had to multiply it by 100 to get a percent. And 0.06 becomes 6%. And this is our rate. Okay, example 3. All right. Interest equals principal times rate times time. So $350 is a principal times 8% times who knows what gives us $84 in interest times time. Okay, here we go again. 84 equals 350 times 0.08 times the time. And we'll solve this on the next page. Okay, so So 350 times 0.08 is 28, and giving us 84 times the time. So now we know we had to divide by 28 on both sides, and the t equals 3, or the time is 3 years. So that is the end of our examples. We solved the interest formula. We solved it for the interest, the rate, and then the time in those 3 examples. So you have some problems that you have to solve, and I'll meet you at the end of the video. Okay, find the simple interest and the balance earned or due. So 720 at an annual rate of 8.5%. So this is a simple one. Interest equals principal times rate times time. And 720 times 8.5%. Our time is 6 months out of 12 months would make a year. 6 divided by 12 is 0.5, so let's convert everything into decimals. 720 times 0.085 times 0.5. And that gives us 30.6, which is $30.60. And now if we add that to the 720, we get the total due. So 720 plus 30 is 750.60. So if we borrow money at this rate for this length of time, we'll wind up owing $750.60. Okay, find the annual interest rate. All right, so this is just straight multiplication again. So $400 times, we don't have a rate, 9 months out of 12 equals $24. So we got 24 equals 400 times 0.75 times R. And that will give us 300 times R equals 24. So we had to divide by 300 on both sides. And the R equals 0.08. And we know that that is 8% is the rate. So 400 borrowed over 9 months If $24 in interest is charged, then you know the rate is 8%. So this concludes this video. Wait, we got one more problem, sorry. And now find the annual interest rate. So this is just straight multiplication. We want to find a rate, and 800 times 7% equals 42. This is a time problem. So we're not finding an annual interest rate, we're finding the time. Sorry about that. Okay, so 800 times 7 is 56. And 7 times 8 is 56. I cross out the 2 zeros, equals 42. And then 42 divided by 56 gives us our time. 42 divided by 56 gives us 0.75. But we want the time, but this is 0.75 of a year, but that's not clean. So to get time out as a whole number, if we multiply it by 12, because there are 12 months in a year, we get 9. So our time now we get in months, so 9 months. So the 75 that we got, that was the 0.75 that we got, that was years. But we like nice whole numbers when dealing with interest rates, times, and principals and balances. So I converted that back out to months for you. So this concludes our video. Thank you for watching, and please watch these percentage videos in a series because they're designed to be watched as groups. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification bell.